Gucci, Ferrari, Armani. This opulent shopping area rivals New York's Fifth Avenue and Beverly Hills Rodeo Drive combined. But it's neither. It's China, the second largest economy in the world, in the midst of an unprecedented financial boom. With economic growth of 8% a year and disposable income on the rise, Communist China has fast become a consumer culture. With all that growth comes more trash. The Chinese people are making more money, moving to bigger cities, buying more packaged goods. Little wonder that China now produces more garbage than any other country in the world. That has created a crisis for a country of 1.3 billion people that has little infrastructure in place to deal with the consequences of a throwaway society. You won't see trash on the sidewalks in Beijing's tourist and business districts, the center of the capital city. But drive just outside, and you're forced to confront the epidemic head on. Garbage in the streets, garbage in the water, garbage everywhere, and no one solution to make it go away. How bad is the trash problem in China?
It's pretty serious.
It's a little scary.
It is a little scary. It's very challenging.
Li Bo is the director of Friends of Nature, China's oldest environmental action group. Garbage is one of the biggest and most critical issues his country faces. It wasn't something people were eager for us to see. Some got angry. Others threw trash at our photographer.
China is going to be more urban in 10 years' time or in 20 years' time. That means we have more people living in the city with limited spaces, and if people's consumption pattern doesn't change, then we're going to end up with more and more trash.
Nowhere is this more evident than in Beijing. 17 million residents make more than 18,000 tons of trash a day. The neighborhood of Sunlitan is an up-and-coming area, where small, run-down apartment buildings are fast being replaced by high-rise complexes. Migrant workers collect plastic bottles, aluminum cans, and cardboard boxes to be carted away for recycling and repurposing. The rest of the area's trash is mostly discarded food from little restaurants and food carts littering the street. 4 times a day, a familiar blue truck drives down the narrow road. With his frequent visits, the local garbage man has become a familiar face in the neighborhood. After loading this haul, he drives to Gaoantan, a government-run landfill in Beijing. But by 2014, he'll be forced to change his route. Gaoantan and the rest of Beijing's 10 sanctioned landfills will be filled to capacity and closed. You think that garbage is a problem for China, yes?
Very serious problem.
Wang Xiaoshang is a millionaire who lives in a wealthy gated community called Napa Valley. The smell of flowers is everywhere until the wind blows, reminding residents that Ashui, one of the largest landfills in all of China, is just 3 miles away.
This landfill has thrown our ordinary lives into complete chaos. We residents absolutely cannot tolerate this.
A former lawyer, Xiaoshan became a full-time garbage activist when he found out the government has plans to build a $1 billion incinerator plant. It would burn some of the 5,000 tons of trash coming into Ashui every day. Xiaoshan is vehemently opposed to the idea, which he believes could be more detrimental to his health than the landfill itself. If you knew what you know now, would you still buy a house around here?
No, never. It's bad for anybody's health, and it smells very ugly.
The government landfills and incinerators are only part of the problem. This is an illegal dump site in the city of Beijing. It's completely unmonitored, unregulated. It's polluting the landscape all around it. And it's one of hundreds in a city that's choking on its own trash. Entering one is a huge shock to the system. The sheer size, scale, and smell of rotting trash and human waste that's been sitting in 95-degree heat for days. All of it mixed with tremendous sadness for the people who call it their home.
Over there where the pigs are fed, it's all discarded batteries. The water smells. It smells a lot.
10 families live above these acres of trash, a garbage pit they didn't know existed when they signed a 5-year lease to farm this land. Do you worry about little kids, children, pets playing in this landfill?
I worry. I have a small grandson. I wouldn't let him come. I was afraid of the smell here.
While we were filming in this dump, just 40 minutes from the center of Beijing, a local woman walked in. She said she was gathering food to feed her dog. She didn't want to talk to us, but answered when I asked if she feared for her well-being.
If it's contaminated, there's nothing to be done. We have no other livelihood. We can't do anything else.
After gathering her food, the woman walked back home through hauntingly beautiful trees that almost make you forget you're standing in trash. In the past few years, the number of illegal dumps has risen. Beijing's government landfills can only take 60% of the garbage being made every day. The rest has to go somewhere. And photographer Wang Juliang has brought it to the public's attention. In 2 years, he has found and photographed 461 illegal dumps throughout Beijing. What began as a university project has now become his mission.
The garbage continues to increase. Today it's here. Tomorrow it will be here. And the day after tomorrow it will be here. It will pile up until it is full.
As an outsider, when I look at it, it just says the city is growing so fast that places like this are bound to happen.
The garbage is growing too rapidly, and our government has not made the proper arrangements to confront and deal with the garbage. There must be an administrative department that has failed to investigate, or it would not exist.
Chinese authorities declined to comment. Thousands of Juliang's photographs went on display in 2009. The exhibit brought this illegal practice to light and has helped force change. Several dumps have since been shut down as a result. Yet there are still plenty to see. We entered one just off the 5th Ring Road of Beijing. There, a group of villagers appeared to be making money under the table by taking in garbage and reselling what recyclables they found. The villagers saw our camera. Fearing they would be discovered, they locked part of our crew inside the dump's wrought iron gates, finally letting us go after nearly an hour. After seeing sites like this almost 500 times, does it get less painful to watch? He told me, I've slowly become numb to it. A year and a half ago, I saw this place existed. After a year and a half, it still exists. You think I can relax?